Stop 5 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the Track 2 Tut the Tame, the Lady in Black, whatever you want to call it, Darlington, South Carolina, for the running of the Dodge Challenger 500. Or 400, excuse me. Dodge Challenger 400. On the pole for the first time, Jasmine Acosta, the first female on the pole in this season at least. Alongside of her is Keith Batson, almost pulled off at Atlanta, Road 2. Ann Batson, our first female winner in the series, starts third in car 3. Alongside of her, well, legendary front row, I should say. Dale Earnhardt Carlisle starts alongside the Richard Petty car of Matthew Rodriguez. Row 3 has Jeremy Doobie and Trey Campbell. Row 4, Johnny Gardner and Fred Christopher. Row 5, Aaron Reed and Jake Sears, our Atlanta winner. And row 6 has Jacob Rodriguez and Jack Richards. Row 7, Charles Jackson and Dylan Poteet. The field comes out of turn number 4. You tend to see a lot of Wallbangers at Darlington. The pole speed here at 182.668 set by Jasmine Acosta. And boy, Jasmine gets a great start. Boy, she took off. Well, she took off on that restart like John Force, did she? And Batson, though, closing right up. She is all over Jasmine's back end. Keith Batson gets into the wall out of turn number 2. As I said, you tend to see a lot of Wallbangers here at Darlington. 30 laps of racing here today. Jeremy Doobie alongside of Ann Batson, the Batson Doobie team. Starting off very strong, Jasmine Acosta is going to lead the first lap. Great to see Jasmine returning to this series and returning with a vengeance here at Darlington, I guess you might say. Her first part of the season has not been going very good. She hopes so for the 5th race of the season. Her luck will turn around. She's probably not the only one thinking that right now. Several of them are. There's Jeremy Doobie, Johnny Gardner trying to go to the inside. He's going to try to probably force Jeremy Doobie into the wall here out of turn number 2. Yes! Out of turn 2. Oh! Aaron Reed is around. Now we know what Jeremy Doobie's wallbanging did to Aaron Reed. That was a blatant cheap shot, I guess you might say, somewhat. Aaron Reed, not like he might be trying to find Jeremy Doobie. He's coming at the line full speed. Jasmine Acosta led one race back to the line. Let's look as to what happened. Boy, I say that caught Aaron Reed by surprise. He was far enough back of Johnny Gardner and Jeremy Doobie. Now let's watch as to what happened. There's Jeremy Doobie up on the high side. Out of the second turn there, he hits the wall hard, bumps into Johnny Gardner, gets off the wall, and then, yeah, he just hit the 66 car of Aaron Reed and just turns him around in a long, horrifying 160-mile-an-hour slide. And that's where the ride stops there for Aaron Reed. Let's go on board with Aaron Reed as to what happened. The Wallbanger takes one out of the race. Now Aaron Reed is PO'd big time. Gets the car back in gear and just drives like a man possessed. And there's how they run right now. Jasmine Acosta out in front of the race right now. Johnny Gardner in second position. Jake Sears in third. Jeremy Doobie fourth. Keith Batson fifth. Then Jacob Rodriguez. Actually, let's reset it for you now. Jasmine Acosta leads, then Johnny Gardner, Jake Sears, Keith Batson, Jacob Rodriguez, Matthew Rodriguez, his brother, in 6th. Then Charles Jackson, John Acosta, Zed Weinstein, and Trey Campbell, the top 10 in this race right now. And the green flag about to wave once again as we're about to go back under green here at Darlington, South Carolina. Jasmine Acosta's led every lap so far as she hits the throttle and she is down and away here. But Johnny Gardner staying right on the back bumper. A Ford in 1st, Chevrolet running in 2nd, Ford in 3rd, a Ford in 4th, and a Dodge running in 5th. And 6th right now. Matthew Rodriguez, another Dodge, is in 6th position. Johnny Gardner to the inside of Jasmine Acosta as he tries to take the lead away. Not this time. Jasmine Acosta led that lap. But when they get into turn number 1, it's going to be Johnny Gardner out in front. Boy, he just took Jasmine hard. He took Jasmine up to the wall, and there he is. She scrapes it. That's twice now Johnny Gardner has put somebody into has forced somebody into the wall. Johnny's making enemies here today. First, Jeremy Doobie and Aaron Reed. Now Jasmine Acosta. Jacob Rodriguez trying to do the same thing to Jake Sears. And Jake hits the wall now. Now he's going to lose some spots. Now to Charles Jackson in the 11 car, maybe. No, Charles backs off. But he's in the clutches now of Jasmine Acosta in the 6 car. And the 70 car, Zed Weinstein. And now Jasmine says, I guess I got forced in the wall, and why not force somebody up there too? And that's what she did. Now it's going to be Zed Weinstein right behind her, and as well as the 28 of Keith Batson. Johnny Gardner out in front here at Darlington as we completed 11 of 30 laps, 19 to go. Let's what do you say, guys? Let's crank it up for you as we can work on the 13th lap. You saw it right there. Johnny Gardner gets forced into the wall by the 2 car of Jacob Rodriguez, and now he's Jacob to the lead now. Zed Weinstein now going in 2nd position now. Zed's wanting to make his way into the All-Star event. Jacob Rodriguez has already qualified for the All-Star event after his big win at Rockingham. As Zed and Johnny battles it out for the number 2 position now. There's Keith Batson running in 4th position. He's having a solid day so far at Darlington. Started outside pole. Almost won the race at Atlanta. Made the charge on the final lap a little bit too late. And then right behind him was the guy he finished 2nd to at Atlanta, Jake Sears. And there was the man who led the most laps at Atlanta. Oh, Jake Sears gets into the wall, and apparently so did Zed Weinstein. Back to what I was saying about Trey Campbell, he had the most laps led at Atlanta, had the race won. then got passed with about 5 to go in the race, and ended up finishing 11th. But the racing there was crazy over there. Looks like it is right now here at Darlington, as we have 13 laps of this race left to go. Johnny Gardner is right now saying, or not, Johnny Gardner is saying, I think I got forced in the wall by this guy the last time. Why not just try to do the same thing to him? But he better watch it because he better watch out because 28 car of Keith Batson is closing in, as well as the 30 car Trey Campbell. He's wanting to win very, very bad right now after what happened in Atlanta. Take you through the field here. 11 laps to go. There was Zach Carlson in the 27. Trey Campbell trying to go to the inside. Uh-oh. Is he going to do it? No, but Zed Weinstein hits the wall again. I thought that Trey Campbell had Keith Batson forced into the wall, but didn't have him both out of 2 and 4. Now let's see what happens right here in turn number 1 as Keith backs off and lets both Trey Campbell, Zach Carlson, and Matthew Rodriguez on by. Keith Batson dropped back, so did Zed Weinstein. Eric Webler in the 5 car, he runs in 9th position. Dylan Poteet in 10th. This will be a solid run for Dylan if he can hold on. Alexander Dawson running 11th right now. Mike Becker in 12th. Brian Acosta inside of his sister Jasmine. Uh-oh! And Ryan has forced his sister into the wall. Jasmine is not going to like this at all. And another Valvoline car coming behind her, her rival Dougie Shears. Right now rides in 15th position. Jasmine down to 14th. Josh Sears in the 1 car. Hunter Carlson, Jack Richards, Charles Jackson. Go to 7 car. John Acosta gets into the wall. Adam Chambers goes by. So does the 24, or actually Ashley Sears. I thought Ashley Sears was going to go by. In the 24, she got caught to the inside and gets passed by Jeremy Doobie. Ashley right now riding in 24th position. A very dismal run for her. Michael Dawson, Josh Osborne, Ann Badson, Skyland Carlson, Aaron Reed, Fred Christopher, Jack Remessen, and Derek Walker. Johnny Gardner's still in front. Now it's 6 laps to go. But I think Trey Campbell's going to force him into the wall out 2. Yes! Trey Campbell now to the lead. Zach Carlson in the 2nd position now in the 27. Now the question is Trey Campbell going to hold them all off? He needs a win bad, as I said, after what happened at Atlanta. 5 to go. Here in the Dodge Challenger 500. Trey Campbell deploying first. In the 2nd now. Matthew Rodriguez trying to make it to the inside of Zach Carlson. Not going to happen. Now but Matthew's going to try it one more time as they come out of turn 2. And that forced Zach Carlson into the wall with Johnny Gardner now passing in into the 3rd position now. Jacob Rodriguez in 4th, Zed Weinstein running in 5th. To go for Trey Campbell. We'll see what happens here. Does the same fate befall Trey Campbell before the final lap? He better hope not. But Matthew Rodriguez right now is kind of eyeballing him right now. 2 to go. Matthew Rodriguez getting a bit closer now as they come out of the second turn here. Trey Campbell out in front. Kind of mirror driving a bit right now, hoping Matthew doesn't make the move to the inside, because if he does, that's going to be Trey's fatal That's going to be Trey's fatal move there as they come to the line. The white flag is waved, 1 lap remaining. Trey Campbell leads him down on turn number 2. Matthew Rodriguez makes a move to the inside. Trey Campbell shuts the door. Here comes Matthew Rodriguez to the inside out of turn number 1, out of turn number 3. Side by side out of turn number 4. Matthew Rodriguez out in front there, side by side to the line. It is Trey Campbell pulling it off. Trey Campbell came back on Matthew Rodriguez out of turn number 4 and got him to the line. What a finish! I thought through 3 and 4, Trey Campbell was beat out of through 3 and 4, and then got the momentum to the line and got the momentum that carried him to the finish line first. Wow! Here's the margin of victory, .046 at the line, average speed 135.657. Trey Campbell in a terrific finish wins it as he takes his cool-down lap of honor. Matthew Rodriguez, I thought he had it won. Really, second place for Matthew. Johnny Gardner third, Jacob Rodriguez fourth, Zed Weinstein comes home fifth, Jake Sears finishes sixth, Eric Webler, Dylan Poteet finishes eighth. Great run for him. Alexander Dawson ninth, Keith Batson 10th. Then Zach Carlson, Ryan Acosta, Mike Becker, Josh Sears, and Hunter Carlson the top 15. Then Jack Richards, Jasmine Acosta 17th, Justin Acosta 18th, Adam Chambers 19th, and John Acosta in the 20th position. And there's how the rest of the field is right now. But Trey Campbell gets a win here at Darlington, South Carolina. As I said, boy, he barely won that one, I should say. And there's how the field. There's how the points are right now. Johnny Gardner has the lead by 53 points. Jacob Rodriguez, Keith Batson, Trey Campbell, Zed Weinstein, Josh Sears, then Matthew Rodriguez, Hunter Carlson, Jack Richards, and Jake Sears the top 10 in the points as they are right now. And Derek Walker rounds out the top 20 in the points, and there's Skyland Carlson in 32nd position. He is bringing up the rear. Next race on the tour will be at Bristol, Tennessee for the Jeff Bird 500 presented by Food City.